doing? I'm trying to do these lives in between my reads. Um, Storm, you want to say hi? You want to talk? You want to say hello to the people? Come say hi. You guys, he's not drinking a lot of water. Say hi. Say hi, Stormy. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. You guys, I want to get me a Mancoon. And I was told to get a male Mancoon. He's drinking water. Say hi. So I've been switching out his water bowl, or can you take it out now? Me. Oh, that was my dog. Okay. So, um, okay. Here you guys. Okay. Every time I get my live, somebody's texting me or calling me. Right? Say hi, Storm. Okay. So you can communicate with your animals. Okay. He tells me they use gestures, and when I was, I think it was in New York, I sometimes he says mom. Okay, mom. You say mommy. He says mommy, like I'm his mom. Okay. um, yeah, animals are interesting. I want to talk about this story about a chief from my tribe. Okay. It's a real story um, about a chief from my tribe. Um, and he was burnt alive. Okay. Burnt alive. Yes, he was burnt alive. Storm, you want to say anything? And animals do have souls and they do have spirits. I will truly believe that. Um, they have souls and spirits. I remember I told an Amish man that, and I thought that man was going to die right in front of me. But he already has sickness on him. Okay, there's a color of sickness that people wear on them when they're getting ready to die. Um, um, and that man looked like he was about to croak over before I even said that. Okay. They breed animals, and I bought a golden doodle, and I lost my golden doodle. His name was Marley. And I am not losing no more animals. Okay, it is what it is. No, don't do that. It's very interesting because I think he's one in a couple months, but he acts like a child. He acts like a baby. Like he really does. Here, you want to say hi, Storm? You want to say hi? Or he don't want to show his face? Here, say hi. And I'm actually allergic to cats. Okay, I'm actually allergic. Okay, you want to say hi? You want to say hi? He's purring. He's purring at 437 hertz or more. Okay, there's a healing frequency he's letting off right now. Okay, cats check to see if you're breathing because they think you're dead. Are we in the land of the dead? Huh? Are we under the dome? Huh? Are you a Lyran? You come from the Lyran family? We always joke and we say he's a Lyran. I think he is a Lyran. Okay. Okay. So anyways, animals have spirits, they have souls. You can actually communicate with a passed over animal. It can. Okay. There's a lady I know. I think it's a lady and a man. He actually can draw your passed over loved animal without even seeing it. So they have souls. They have spirits like humans do. They have a healing frequency. The purrs alone are a healing frequency. I think they say it depends. I feel like his is like at a 4 something, was 5. And now I got hair all over me. And I got allergies to cats, and I still have a cat. He's on my bed. He's all over the place, okay? A lot of people are scared of cats. No, Storm. No. No. He understands what I'm saying. Okay, he's going to... Hold on, you guys. He understands when I tell him no. He understands. He understands cues, and he understands completely. None of this is for you. And every time I go to the store, he always thinks I got to bring him something back. And I just tell him no, yes, sit, like a dog. Now, is he a lion? I believe cats come from a lion bloodline. The Lyrens, if you guys don't know about the Lyrens. What? That's why I believe the Egyptians love them so much. The cats, they say they have 9 lives. They go in and out of... One day I was sitting here and he was traveling somewhere. There was a mist around him, okay? I was like, because I was in meditation and he was in meditation. I'm like, where are you going? Are you going to the same place I'm going? He's going to try to get in his bag. And this bag is not for him. Okay? No. Okay? He got mad because I moved his food and snacks because he thought he could just go in there whenever he wants. So I leave out dry food and wet food for him. Somebody needs to come out with some cat weed. Okay? If not, I'm going to come out with some cat weed. Okay? Because cats need some weed. I don't smoke weed, but shoot, somebody give me some cat weed. Especially if they come from like abusive homes. I mean, you don't have to give your cat weed, but somebody needs to come out with it. They have catnip, but somebody comes out with some meow weed. I endorse it for the cats sometimes. He was a rescue cat. And my daughter, one day she was in here, my oldest daughter, and he said, Mommy. I was away. I was in New York. And she said she couldn't believe that he said Mommy. And he does say Mommy. He thinks I'm his mother. Okay, he really thinks I'm his mom. And she looked it up. Cats can mimic like parrots. They can mimic sound. They can mimic words. My Wella, my Don LaFella, my Wella, she had a talking bird. The one I showed you with my grandfather holding. There's pictures with her holding the bird too. But the bird could, was saying words in Spanish and English. Okay, Spanish is a Latin, and the bird could speak English and Latin. Oh, I got the picture right here. I'm trying to see if the bird. Oh, that's her, but birds in the background. I always had birds. I always had cats. I always had dogs. My dad loved German Shepherds. They're one of the smartest dogs. Is German Shepherds. They're highly intelligent dogs. And my dad always had German Shepherds. He had many animals. He had chickens. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this chief that was murdered. And he was burnt alive. Okay? And I'm starting to realize that they lied to us. If you're Boricua out here, they lied to you. that they said that we're distinct. We're not distinct. When we take our tests, it shows the indigenous in us. Okay. So they lied to us. Okay. They lied to you. They lied to us. Okay. So on February 2nd of 1522, I don't know why I'm seeing 1522, but it says 1512 here. Okay. So he was tied at the stake and burned alive. And on the island, and it was a part called Yare. It was near the present day city of Bamo. Okay, I have friends that are from this area. Before he was burned, a priest asked Hati if he would accept Jesus and go to heaven, right? Um, uh, so the priest asked him, okay, so what happened was they were on the island, they were raping the women, they were killing the children, they were putting people as slaves. These indigenous people that they met was so nice to them. And they brought their religion. The Spaniards and the Portuguese brought their religion to these islands, all over the Caribbean islands. And so the priest, the Catholic priest asked him, would he accept the religion? And this is his exact words, okay? This was written. He was a Taino chief, okay? We call them caquistas. They were chiefs, and then it would go down the bloodline. So the father's bloodline, there was chiefesses, so it goes down the bloodline. So if you were born from a chief father, it goes down the bloodline. What's interesting about Hati is that some of the people that were on this island actually lived in Hawaii, okay? So in South America. So we were everywhere in the Caribbean. We were called the water people, okay? The people of the sea, okay? So he was a Taino chief, and he was asked if he would accept Christianity or go to heaven. The priest asked him this. This was a Catholic priest, okay? So Haiti's response was, he asked the priest, do Spaniards go to heaven? And when the priest said yes, Hati replied, then I'd rather go to hell, where hell I won't see such cruel people, okay? So what happened was he seen such cruelty to his people, okay? And he was a chief, okay? His statue is still up. Now, a lot of people say this is not a true story. I believe it is a true story. His statue is up today in the modern day Cuba, which Cuba wasn't called Cuba. A lot of these islands they were named after the indigenous people on the islands. Okay. There was 2 indigenous tribes out there in the Caribbean. It was the Arawak and Taino. Okay. Now there was Caribs out there, but mostly Arawak and Taino. Okay. And I find this an interesting story. And his statue is up today. Let me show you. They have a head of his statue to honor him. So he's seen many of his people die. Many of these people, the women were, they were put into servitude, and they had to accept Christianity. And he said he'd rather go to hell, which he was already in hell, if you think about it, because all this cruelty to people. And he was actually a Taino chief, okay? He wasn't an Arawak chief. He was a Taino chief, okay? Yes. Huh? Yeah. You can have some. You can have like 2 or 3 with your milk, Josiah. It's my grandson. So I think it's interesting about him. There's actually a movie about him. He was the first hero of Cuba. He's a hero of all the islands because he was a chief, okay? And he's seen what they did to his people. Their movie is called Even the Rain. So It's a story about him. They called our people the water people because they knew how to navigate the water. Um, they have statues of him everywhere, actually. Um, here's one statue of him. And here's another statue of him with just his head. And they have a statue of him burning. Okay, burning. They burned him alive. Now, this reminds me of a lot of witch hunt stories, and the Knight Templars and stuff like that. And if you didn't conform to Christianity, you would be burnt at the stake alive. Like literally alive. Okay, and this is what happened to many. Many died. Okay, so I want you guys to remember where you come from and where you're going in this life. Many have died for your freedom. And their blood runs through your veins. There's many stories about chiefs in the Caribbean. And they have hijacked our tribal. They try to make us disappear. They have hijacked us. And you see the guy with the cross. He's holding the cross at him. Look at him. There, he's holding the cross at him. I have a cross here. And he's holding the cross at him. And he's thinking he's a demon. But they're the ones that are demons. Okay? Because they're killing innocent people. So they're putting a cross at him and saying, you must conform to Christianity. And he says, I'd rather go to your hell than conform to your Christianity because of your cruelty. Okay? And he was burnt alive. Burnt alive. By the Spaniards. Okay? I don't know why I'm seeing 1522. I don't know what happened in 1522, but something happened in 1522 because they're showing me 15. What happened in 1522? And they're over there right now. These people have been through so much. Something did happen in Puerto Rico in 1952, and that's what I was seeing. So this is when, in July 25th, they're showing me 1952, so I'm going here. The Constitution, as approved by the Congress, the government of Puerto Rico proclaimed the establishment of the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico under a new constitution. So basically, Puerto Rico was sold to America. And my thing was, would Puerto Rico be still thriving? I believe they would be. Because they brought so much to the island, disease, lies, deception. They even have a place over there where they would actually communicate. They said they were communicating. Okay. Yes, Storm. Military base. Okay. And people are seeing these. What are they called over there? And there's people that actually hunt them down. Okay. It's some kind of hybrid animal. That's what I'm seeing. That these mad scientists made up in a goddamn laboratory and let these things go. Okay? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So he denounced religion. And he was burnt at the stake. So if we think about the Knight Templars, which I do a lot of videos on this, the Knight Templars and stuff. And I keep, in some of my reads, I actually see the Knight Templars. The Knight Templars was not to protect the people. The Knight Templars was to protect the lie of religion. Okay? And if you went against the religion, you would be put to death. Okay. It's kind of like today in modern day world. If you don't accept their religion or their ways, they shun you. You're evil. You're possessed. and to kill off people, to rape people, to take everything from them. Who is the devil here? Okay, who's the true devil? Because it wasn't the indigenous, it was the damn Spaniards, okay, and the Portuguese, the British, okay, all those people, okay. I told my mom, there's a day of reckoning coming, okay, a day of reckoning, my friends, a day of reckoning, and we can't always say, well, that was our ancestors. So if you're not correcting what your ancestors have done, you're still part of them, okay? You're still part of your ancestors, okay? So the wrongs will be made right, okay? And they call him, here's the god of the Spanish worship. So he called the Spanish god. He said he's not going to bow down to the Spanish god, okay? The Spanish god, so if you look at the Roman Catholic religion, is based off of Greek mythology, okay? Catholicism, okay, the Catholic religion. So it was a bunch of men from Italy, Rome, and they believed that their truth was their truth, so they spread their word, that they believe was their true their true word, their true gospel. These popes, okay, that think they're these popes. I don't understand how they think that they're going to go to a place of heaven, okay? What in their goddamn minds think they're going to a place of heaven, okay? Because they're going to hell, okay? They're going to hell, so they'll meet Haiti in their hell, okay? He said, I'd rather go to your hell than conform to your religion, okay? That's what he said. He made a choice that day, okay? His people were slaughtered, okay? Put into, the women were taken as concubine, okay? And had children from these Spaniards and these Portuguese, okay? And they put churches everywhere on Puerto Rico. There's churches everywhere, and they're all Catholic churches, okay? So then these people started conforming because they had no choice but to conform. But they still practiced their ways, and that's where Santeria comes in. So they still practice their ways. They use the Catholic saints, but they rename the Catholic saints so they can still practice their religion. Okay, I can't make this up. Okay, I can't. Okay, but they named them. They had the saints, like I have the saints. I have a whole bunch of saints. Lazarus, Angel Michael. All of them, okay? And what happened was, to still practice their way of life, they had to hide and use their saints, but practice their way of life. And that's where Santeria came along, okay? They had to practice it in secret, okay? Because if you were even caught practicing it, you would be put to death, okay? You would be punished. You would be jailed, okay? So they had to find a way to practice their religion. And you see this even with Southern Baptist churches. You have a lot of people that are in the church that are Southern or Baptist, not even Southern Baptist, just Baptist, where they practice, the African slaves had to conform, had to read their Bible. Okay, I've been on plantations, okay? Then they said that all the slaves came from Africa, and that's not true. There was already Africans here. There was indigenous Africans, and there was Africans already here in America, okay? So they said to them that they had to conform to their ideology. And if they didn't conform to their ideology, they couldn't practice their way of life. Okay, you guys, this is some deep shit right here. Okay, think about it. And it's still going on today. Okay, but they're hiding it You don't have to hide it no more. You can practice whatever the hell you want to practice out here, okay? But I'm just saying, like, so how you got from Catholic to Santeria was the black slaves were not allowed. This is ginger beer. This is not alcohol. Okay, it's a Jamaican drink. Okay, so to practice their own ways, they had to use the Catholic saints. I cannot make this up. Okay, and this is why you see in Santeria, a lot of these Cuban, Puerto Rican, Haitian, the voodoo. They use even voodoo. They use Catholic saints. Okay, and the reason they use, and you go voodoo and you see voodoo, and you see all these Catholic saints, and you're like, but this is voodoo. But they're using Catholic saints because they could not practice their ways, so they had to have the Catholic saints represent their saints. Okay, it's crazy. Okay, it is crazy. Oh, it's so crazy, you guys. Hey, Jada. But I think it's very interesting, and I feel like religion is. I don't want to put anybody down. Whatever you believe in it out here, I respect. I respect everybody. Okay. I have friends that are from different religious backgrounds, Pentecostal, Baptist, all that. I've been to all these churches on my spiritual journey. And I can tell you one thing: the Catholic, in voodoo, hoodoo, they use Catholic saints. Even Santeria, they use Catholic saints. And the reason why they use Catholic saints is because they couldn't practice their religion. The white people were scared. These people would do dances, right? This is so evil. Yes, Jada, it's very evil when you think about it, because this man was burned alive. You know when people were burned alive? What happened to Robin Westman, the 20-year-old trans that went into the school and shot all those people? I'm starting to believe that, Jada, that this is, not that I believe, that I know this is, crisis acting. They want to push some kind of agenda. I don't know if it's like a gun agenda. Hate 80s baby for life. The mother kept putting a lot of pressure on him to become trans. We're in an inverted world. So all the president's wives, or every president that ran for the United States of America, all their wives were men. All their wives were men. All the wives of every president was a man. Now, I don't know about John F. Kennedy's wife, though. But most of them were men. Melania looks like a man. Okay, Melania. She looks like a man. Okay. Barbara Bush, all the Bushes, they were all men. Michelle Obama was a man. Shit, Joan Rivers was killed because she said that. As soon as Joan Rivers said that, because they asked Joan Rivers, is there any trans people in presidency? And she said, oh yeah, the Obamas. You don't know? Then she went to surgery, and during her surgery they gave her too much of something when she was under, and she never came back up. Okay. We're in an inverted world. They want to invert everybody. They want to invert your children. They want to invert you. Don't invert your children, and don't allow them to invert you. This is I think it's crisis acting and theater magic. So what you're seeing is theater magic and crisis. You know how much a crisis actor gets paid? Shit, maybe I need to be a crisis actor. It's $41 an hour. They get paid $41 an hour to be a crisis actor out here in the United States of America. I just looked it up. There's a job posting for crisis actors, and it's $41 an hour. $41.60 per hour. That is more than half of you guys, some of you guys are making with minimum wage. The mother kept putting a lot of pressure on him to become gay. They were probably a part of a cult. A lot of things that we're seeing as far as the shootings, they're all how can I say it? They're not real. Now, is the victims real? Yes, but the actual crisis actors or actual, like 9/11 wasn't real, and people died. And this is for entertainment purposes, and this truth will come out one day. Okay, they blamed it on a bunch of guys from Egypt. Okay. The mother kept putting a lot of pressure on him to become trans. She probably was a part of a cult. They think like if their kids are trans or gay, it's a new cool thing that's in. Okay. And a lot of times they're doing it because they're occultists. Occultists like to invert their children. Okay, because certain gods are male and female. So if you're a trans and you have male parts and female parts, if you're born, what do you call them people that are born with male and female parts? They're looked at as gods. And by the way, this is not beer. This is ginger beer. It's an island drink. There's no alcohol in this. Okay? Just FYI. I don't drink alcohol. Now, the holidays, I might drink a little bit of wine. I have people that make rum, but I barely drink. You guys, I barely drink. This is ginger beer. Ginger beer is from the islands. They call it ginger beer, but it's ginger. Okay, there's no beer, no alcohol in it. I feel like a lot of things this is crisis acting, and I feel like a crisis actor. So if you look up crisis actor, a crisis actor is a person who takes part in supposed conspiracy to multiple public opinions by pretending to be a victim of events such as a bombing, mass shooting, or natural disaster for entertainment purposes. I gotta say entertainment purposes so I don't get sued. How much does crisis actors get paid? In the United States, you could be a mobile crisis actor, a crisis coordinator, a crisis actor. I feel like they're trying to push a bill. So what they'll do is they'll mess with you psychologically. They'll make things appear one way, and they're not that way. So maybe they have a gun agenda. I don't know. Maybe they want Americans to give up their guns. I don't know. But that's never going to happen. So they can carry on. I wonder if the guys, I took the video down. I'm starting to wonder if the troops in D.C. are there because of the exchange of power with Donald Trump. And I did not know he was going to the U.K. I kept seeing Britain. Okay, I kept seeing Britain. Okay. Even though we're Americans and they say that we are not under the crown, we are still under the crown. And I guess he's going to UK, and there's like rumors going around saying he died. Okay. He's really sick. Okay. Now, I asked myself, I did a video earlier, and I keep seeing these ugly people. Okay. I'm going to call them ugly people because I don't know how else to call them. And when I told you about that lady, my neighbor lady looks like her. She's a nice lady. I don't know if she's human or not. She could be one of these people. Okay. You see this in Europe. You heard Storm. He's looking out the window. I'm starting to think like these people are from some different species. I don't know if they're reptilian, a hybrid reptilian, or what the hell they are. Okay. But my neighbor kind of looks like that lady that was at the convention, but she didn't shapeshift. Okay. So they're white women that look like they kind of look like European women, some kind of European type, but like Europe, like Germany, Europe, because I have a lot of Germans here. Okay. And the women look manly. You are Jen, his mom. Yes, I'm his mom. He actually said mommy. Yes, he meows like a baby. Yes, he does. Um, he also said mommy. I don't know if you guys know that cats can mimic your vocabulary, your words. Okay. This is why some Caribbean places, I have a friend, she's from Haiti, and she used to tell me how they used to, in Haiti there, they used to say the cats would come in there and take the baby's souls. Because the cats can sound like babies. Yeah, he loves me. I love him too. Um, he's very smart. He listens. He speaks. I learned to understand what he needs when he needs it. He's very observant. I think he's from the lion race. So the lion sent him to me. So I want to thank the Lyrens for sending him to me. The Lyrens. If you guys don't know about the Lyrens had a cat-looking face. The Lyrens. So a lot of things out here are not real. So the Lyrens were a bunch of cat-looking aliens. Lyran female aliens in their evolutional state. They're Ceres, the Lyrans, the constellation Lyran. If you guys could see the shit I see, some of you guys can. If we could see everybody for who they were, it would freak a lot of you guys out. It would be like a national security breach. Some people think cats are aliens. Like there's an alien inside the damn cat. There's too much evil in this world. Yeah, there is. So you don't be evil. You be better than evil. You be love and you be your authentic self. I think what happened is we're in a place of a dimension, and we can get ourselves out of this dimension consciously by switching our conscious, switching out of this dimension consciously, and you can be in multi dimensions at one time. Now the moon, it's interesting you say about the moon. I heard that Amy Bradley was seen in Carco. Is that true? Amy Bradley is with Scientology. Was she there at? Maybe I'm saying this wrong. How do you say that island's name? Carcos. Is that true? I seen an anchor and it. Yeah, she was there. She was there, and if you go back to my videos, I said everywhere I seen her. She's with the Scientology. So she's a part of Scientology. I feel like maybe she has accepted this. But I was getting some kind of injury to her head. Okay, so there's some kind of injury to Amy Bradley's head. So the moon. So do I believe the moon is real? I believe the moon that we see and the sun that we see. I don't believe it's a real sun and the real moon. I believe like the moon and the sun that we see is a hologram, and we're under a dome. When I looked up to the dome, I thought I was seeing water above me, and I'm like, how the hell am I seeing water above me? Okay, I still to this day swear I seen water above me, and as soon as I think I did that video, the next day a helicopter was flying over my house, hovering over my house. Because I was like, my ancestors said, look up. And I looked up, and there was a whole goddamn ocean. And I'm like, are we under the ocean? Like, how is this possible? So do I believe in the firmament? Yes, I do. Have I seen it? Yes, I have. Do I believe the moon is the true moon? No, I don't. Do I believe the true sun that we have is not the true sun? I feel like they have the moon. The moon that they have up there, I feel like is either a hologram or it's a false moon. Okay, so it's a hologram of a moon, but it's not the real moon and the real sun. Because in my dad's tribe, they had a name to their sun god. In all indigenous tribes, they have a name to their sun god. Okay, the moon was the feminine energy, and the sun was the masculine energy, the yin and yang. But I feel like the moon and sun that we're seeing is not the original. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm starting to believe this is a lot of people are having vitamin D insufficiencies. So if we have the real sun, why are people having vitamin D inefficiencies in their body? Because the sun is supposed to give you vitamin D. So obviously that's not the real goddamn sun up there. Okay, there's multiple suns up there, I believe. And people are creating suns. I know China wants to create another sun, SUN. So my question is, why are they creating these false suns? These holograms. Okay, you're looking up and you're thinking you're seeing the moon, you're seeing the sun. When I last looked at the moon, it looked like a damn portal. Like, it looked like you could just go up there and walk right through the motherfucker. It's crazy. It's crazy, you guys. So are we under a firmament? Yes, I believe we are. I seen it with my own eyes. I looked up, I seen the water. The next day I had a helicopter flying over my goddamn house. And looking at me. I recorded it live. I don't know if it's still on my shorts. Okay? Because I'm like, why is this helicopter flying over my place? It's hovering and looking at me. Okay? I know what I seen. Okay? I seen a whole damn water above me. Okay? So how is that even possible? How are we breathing underneath water? Maybe somebody out here can tell me that. But we're breathing underwater. But how's that possible? So we have to be under a firmament. But who's controlling this dimension? Okay? I don't believe the people that are controlling this dimension are humans. Do I believe that they're trying to push an alien agenda? Yes, I do. Do I believe they have laboratories where they have aliens and they made hybrids? Yes, I've seen it when I channeled a couple people. Okay, especially Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, she had her own cloning center. Okay, some of these animals and creatures are clones. Okay, they clone them and they make them. They're hybrids. Okay, some of you guys might be hybrids. Some of you guys might be NPCs. I don't know. Okay. But they will have something that they will come out. I was speaking a language I spoke before a long time ago. Okay. And I said the sky will open. There will be a real alien sighting and then a false one. They've always been here. They live amongst us. Some of you guys are from alien DNA. Okay. And some of you guys are human and some of you guys are hybrids. So I know I sound crazy, but I need to find out why these people look the way they do. Okay, so that lady I seen, and she shapeshift. My neighbor has a shapeshift in front of me yet. But why some people can see them and some people can't? I believe that some people can see them because they're tapped into a higher frequency and a higher state of consciousness. They can tap in and they can see them. I believe death, the way we perceive death, is wrong. We're supposed to fear death. We're supposed to think we're going to go to hell. And we're already in a state of, we're stuck on this plane, a dimension with them physically because they created this plane of existence, okay? And they can't leave this plane of existence. They can't go to higher realms with us. So they're just down here doing what the hell they want to do. And they have to put fear in you in religion so you can fear that there is a hell, right? and that you're going to go somewhere where you suffer. The place of suffering is here. And the people that are causing the suffering are the people in churches, not just in churches. I mean, genocide. There's genocide happening. People, and a lot of stuff we see on TV is not even real. I've seen psychics that were AIs on the. They come down my TikTok feed, YouTube feed, and they're AIs. If they don't show you your face like this, they're AIs. Okay. If you're watching a psychic and she's not showing her true face, or they're telling you some information, they're fucking AIs, okay? They're not real. You're seeing a AI, you're seeing a hologram, and I feel like there's going to be something happening where we're going to be... I have heard some of them, yes. They're AIs. Do we need to fear AI? No, but do we need to be concerned of AI? Yes. Because these AIs are taking up a consciousness of their own. Okay? I still haven't downloaded Chat GPT. Everybody keeps telling me to download it. I don't know. For some reason, I just won't download it. I'm not into technology. I'm not into AIs. I'm not into none of this, and I didn't sign up for none of this. So how I think they're getting us is in the birthing cycle and the exit when we exit out. Yeah, if they're not a human, I don't pay attention to it. How you know a human looks like, well, no, I can't say a human looks like a human, because shit, my neighbor looks like a human, and I don't even know if she's human. She kind of reminded me of that damn lady I seen at that convention. They have this real weird look to them, okay? I see it a lot in Europe, because I have a lot of Germans that live here in the state, and they have this weird looking look. Not all Germans, because I met some pretty German women. But these people have this ugly look. They don't even look, they look like they're not even human, okay? I don't know if she's German or she's from the Netherlands, where she's from. They kind of look manly, but they have this, like, look about them. It's like a, not an old hag look, but a weird look. I can't put my finger on it. I know what it is, but I can't describe it. I don't even know if I can find a picture to damn describe this shit. What does an old hag look like? Oh, man. I had a friend, she was German. She was so pretty. Her name was Tatiana. Yeah, they kind of look like old hags. That's what they look like on the spiritual. What's name? She looks like that on the spiritual too. A lot of celebrities. There's a white celebrity. Just seeing a picture of her, and every time I see her, she looks like an old hag. She's engaged right now. She sings country music. I'm trying to think of her name. She's married to that football. She just got engaged to the football player. His brother plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. Taylor Swift. They have this old hag look to them. So I don't think they're human. I think they're from some other place. When I see her on the spiritual, Taylor Swift and all these celebrities, they have the Kardashians, all of them have this old hag look. That's how they look on the spiritual. They look like an old hag. But like this is how they look. And they have to feed off of people because they use this glamour magic so they can keep their beauty. But if you see them on the spiritual, they look like this. A lot of them do. The Kardashians, Taylor Swift for entertainment purposes. A lot of these celebrities on the spiritual, this is what they look like to me. The lady next door looks like that to me, and so did the lady that comes to my she tries to come to my booth, but she knows she better not come to my booth. I don't pay attention to no. But if you see some of them on the spiritual, they look like this old hag. So I don't know what species this is. So I don't know what species this is at all. Okay. I don't pay attention. But they look like this on the spiritual. So what they do is they have to use glamour magic. Queen Elizabeth looked like this on the spiritual too. That's why she was jealous of Diana, Princess Diana. So they have to keep you and cipher your beauty. Okay, so they have to cipher other people's beauty. And when she walks, oh my God, you guys, I got chills. I think I got an old hag next door. I got chills. She walks with a cane too. Stop playing. Yo, I don't like talking about people, but stop playing. Yo, this lady walks with a cane and she walks with a hunchback. Yo, I got chills. I have her on video, you guys. I don't know if I should put the video up. Yo, I got chills. I figured out who she was. My imagination. It's not my imagination. It's real. And she walks like this. Oh, I got chills. Okay, so I was outside today. And she went to the mailbox. And it's so crazy because sometimes she'll walk with the cane and sometimes she won't. Okay. Why do I'm telling you guys, I swear, the next place I move, I'm not having no goddamn neighbors. Okay. Because I feel like they're placing these motherfuckers near me. Okay. And if I want to do some shit to them, I really could. Okay. For real. But she walks with a goddamn cane. Okay. I just like, she walks with, I got a video of her. Okay, I'm going to share it. Okay, and you guys tell me what you think. She walked, okay, so sometimes she won't walk with a cane, and sometimes she will. Okay, I got shit by my front door, that you can't enter my house. You can't enter my house. I never let nobody in my house. I don't play around like that, okay? But to protect my space. And it's interesting because today she didn't check her mail, okay? So she just checked it today. It's a holiday, okay? And she walks with a cane, but then sometimes she doesn't walk with a cane, okay? So maybe she's an old hag, okay? A lovely old hag. I don't know, okay? I had reptilians next door to me, and now I got old hags next door to me. But she seems nice, okay? I don't think she's American. I think she's from, like, Europe somewhere. Okay, and if you ever look at some Europe women, they look like these old hags. Okay, I don't know why Europe has these hags like this. Okay, and she has a cane. I'm gonna share the video, and I'm gonna say, do you guys see an old hag? But she don't always, and she has a hunchback like this. Yo, I got a hag by me, old hag. Look at her back. Stop playing. And there's a lot of them in Europe. I've never been to Europe. I plan on going to Europe. They say old hags. So old hags, she's a goddamn old hag. Okay. And she walks with a cane, but she don't always use a cane. Okay. When she walks in the mailbox past my house, she'll have the cane. When she walks to her car, she don't have the goddamn cane. Okay, so she's an old hag. I got an old hag. Okay, then I got Mr. Pilgrim on the other side of me. You guys probably think I'm batshit crazy. I ain't crazy. I see these people in the spiritual. The Kardashians, that's why they date black men. They cipher their energy. Okay, they cipher their energy. They suck all their energy. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? And this is what they do. They look like this on the spiritual. Okay, I'm not playing. Shoot, I am not playing. They got a beautiful hag. She's not a beautiful hag. I don't like to talk about people. So a lot of people that you see that use this glamour magic, like um, the Kardashians, all these celebrities look like old hags on the spiritual. Some of them, I know for sure. What's name? She's an old hag on the spiritual. I just said her name. That white girl. There's even a black girl. I can't remember her name. She was an old hag too. Um, Damn, what is her name? So they even got beautiful hags. So they use glamour magic to make themselves look beautiful. But if you really see them in the mirror, they're ugly as hell. How do you know if you're an old hag? Look in the mirror. Oh my gosh. And she walks with a goddamn cane. And she don't always walk with one. Yes, Storm. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys go. Yeah, Taylor Swift's a hag. For entertainment purposes, so she don't come after me. She's a old hag, so is the Kardashians. If you see them on the spiritual, their spirit, their soul body, they look like these old hags. Okay. What's this? Yeah, Storm. What? All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Damn. That's how she looks. I'm gonna share it, and you guys tell me what you think. If she's an old hag. Shit. Somebody says an old hag keeps coming after my family in our dreams. They will come after your in the dreams. They even have like, you know how the cats have like their claws. That's how their fingers look. Okay, I sound crazy as hell. There's ways that you can stop them from coming in your dreams. Okay, I don't know if I want to show this picture. So I will show you a short of her walking past me. Oh my gosh, she does look like an old hag. There's myths and legends of the old hags. Shit, maybe I need to do a read on this. What's wrong, Stormy? What? You always knock that down. What are really old hags? Even men are you see them on the spiritual. This man looks like an old hag. Look at this. They have this look about them. Okay. And that kind of looked like the woman that goes to the convention. She looks like a old hag. Now this was Larry Hagman of the Dallas Cowboys, I think. Oh, he has cancer. Yeah, you can see death on people too. They'll have this color, this aura towards. To me, it's like a gray aura. Then they have a costume of an old hag. Stop! Stop it! Stop! Stop it! All right, guys. This is Jennifer Felix, the old hag. Okay, so I will put a picture of her. Sometimes she wears. Sometimes the explanation for old hag and the sleep paralysis. So they say that the hag is riding your back, or the hag is over you. I might have to do a reading on this. And there's many cultures that talk about this, so I might have to do a read on this. But I will put on my short the video of her walking, and you guys tell me what you think. Okay. All right, I'm letting you guys go. Have a great night. Okay, take care. Take care, you guys. I will put the video up on my community post, and you tell me what you think. Is she an old hag? Is she who she says she is? Because she will use a cane to go to the mailbox. Maybe because of the steps. But she won't use a cane to go to her car. But she still got to go down steps to go to her car. Okay, it's weird. I have a video of her using the cane and not using the cane. So damn. Is she an old hag? And I might have to do a reading on old hags. Okay? Because some people in the spiritual look like old hags. And the Kardashians, they drain and cipher the energy of black men. Okay? Very interesting. Okay? Very, very interesting. It's like they suck the life out of you. Okay? This is for entertainment purposes. Jennifer Felix. See you guys. Have a great night and take care. Okay? All right, bye. What do you want, Storm?